Hello my internet art friend, welcome to this video. It's October, that means it's Inktober time. I am going to tell you a story that inspired this drawing. The South African War occurred between 1899 and 1902, and during the second phase of the war, many of the women and children and elderly were held in concentration camps along with their servants. And in one of these concentration camps, the Bethune one, it was known as the Camp of Hell. During the 13 months of its existence, 1,734 people died in that camp due to starvation and disease. They got the diseases because they were exposed to the elements. They were living in tents with very few blankets and normal necessities. The camp itself flooded many times. During the winter, there were snowstorms that caused the tents to collapse. The people were given polluted water, and they suffered from starvation because they didn't receive enough food. They also didn't receive initially soap and water, clean water, and they didn't receive any kettles to boil the water with, and that's where people got many of the diseases. It was only with the intervention of Emily Hobhouse that later at the end changed. So the women in the camp, they came together and they encouraged each other. And the story goes that one of the prisoners, Annette Marais, she read this piece of scripture from Matthew 10 verse 29 to 31 on that morning as words of encouragement to her friends in the prison camp. The scripture goes, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet none of them will fall to the ground apart from the will of your Father. And even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. So don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows." And as she was reading this piece of scripture to her friends, a little sparrow flew and came and sat on her shoulder. And the woman saw that as confirmation from God that He sees them. He sees their suffering and their sorrow, and He hasn't forgotten about them. He is there. He is present in their dire situation. And this little sparrow became a symbol of hope to these women that they clung to during this very difficult time in their lives. After the war, Annette told her story to some of her friends, and this story became a story of hope that got retold among the women, and the story reached the ear of General Jan Smuts, and he was so taken by this story. He, in 1923, placed 2 sparrows on the smallest coin of the South African currency, and this became a reminder to South African people that doesn't matter what your circumstances are, God has not forgotten about you. The coin was printed, the 2 sparrows appeared on the smallest coin of the South African currency until about 2001, and it served as an inspiration to many people for years and years to come. That is the story that I wanted to share, and that is what inspired this drawing. I also visually looked at the Lindisfarne Gospels, and because I thought about illumination, and that is where you see this stippling coming through, this crazy stippling. The dots that you see I'm making here. And yes, I just had a lot of fun in drawing this ink drawing that I also drew the 1 cent with the 2 sparrows on it as a reminder of the presence of God. Thank you so much for watching this video, for being present with me. I look forward to see you in the next video. Bye!